see the Oklahoma City Thunder match up against the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Holmgren. Porzingis with the rebound.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Back to Tatum. And the three ball is good. Tatum's got the first points up on the board here for the Celtics. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Assist. And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Everyone's watching.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Holmgren wide open. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Inside, Porzingis. They get a hand on it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Back to Caruso. Porzingis comes with the double team. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Caruso. 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Williams with a clean look. Drains the 19-footer.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
Pass to Porzingis. From down in the low post, it goes. Porzingis has got his second basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Williams. Williams with another miss.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Caruso. It's stolen by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And they take the lead. 6 points for Porzingis.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's going to be Holmgren shooting. That one is on Holiday. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams scanning the floor. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter on. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis inside. With the drive. That shot off the mark. The Thunder leading by 4. Outside Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And here's Boston. Holiday with it. Launches it. They get it again. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. It's Williams with the drive. And it's Williams finishing it off.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Brown with it. Williams picks him up. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Taken away by Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on White.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Pass to Williams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. For three, Holmgren. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics trailed by 5. Offside Tatum. To the paint. There's Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Over in the corner, White. Boston needs to get off a shot. Porzingis. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Thunder leading by 5. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Williams. It's Dort on the wing. From downtown. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And how about the energy from SGA? He gets after it on the backboard as well.
Here's Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And so Tatum nails them both. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Higgins outside. On the wing, Wallace. On the wing, Williams. Back to Wallace. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor from the Celtics.
Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Clearly a foul.
Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. The Thunder leading by 7. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Brown outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Brown's got 6.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Pass to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Outside, Horford. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Missed inside.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Back to Joe. Now Hartenstein. On the wing, Wallace. Lets it go with the three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 8. To the inside. It's taken away by Wallace. Oklahoma City moving it around. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Hartenstein. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
And stolen by Horford. Brown, right side. Right side, White. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Pass to Horford. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Hartenstein inside. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Yeah, charging inside with force. Love seeing Brown go up strong on the drive.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the middle. Pass to Horford. Brown outside. Back to Horford. 6 to shoot. And a dunk by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Out to the right wing. Here's Holmgren. Al Horford with the rebound. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Taken away by Holiday. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Sinks the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
To the paint. It's tipped. Holmgren with the steal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Caruso looking for an opening. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Thunder. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Celtics trail by 5. Inside. Here's Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Holiday.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Now, here's Dort. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Dort got himself on the board with 3 there.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Brown with the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
From deep, Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Brown. And that one's good. Caruso.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics.
To Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. And Tatum out top the key. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
How about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Brown outside. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Tatum. For three, Holmgren. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Holmgren's got the lead up to 13 now for Oklahoma City. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Oklahoma City.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Williams.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Right wing to the paint. It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The kick out to Williams. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Thunder lead by 16.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Good on the triple. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Brown. Stolen by Dort. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Thunder. Here's Williams. Dort for three. Rebound Boston. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots. There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence. Now, here's Williams. Now Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Now Caruso. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's Boston now. Tatum inside. Back to Brown. Dort grabs the miss. Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No luck on that one. Brown with some nice D. Outside Porzingis. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Tatum. Fires the three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Caruso, right side. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes. The burst of speed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Put it on the deck, get to the cup. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again? NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness. Now here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Here's Tatum. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Inside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here's Dort. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Celtics trail by 5. Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
Now here's Caruso. No points so far. Just 2 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by White. Left side, Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Tatum from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Williams with it. Lets it go from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Thunder up by 5. Don't go. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Dort outside. Now here's Holmgren. 5 on the clock. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult. He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
6 on the shot clock. Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
On the wing, Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Drains the triple. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. To the paint. Here's Dort. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Outside Tatum for 3. Back to Brown. The Thunder with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Williams misses.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Outside White. Stolen by Caruso. Brown with the steal. Porzingis high post. He's scoreless. Down low. Out of bounds. The Oklahoma City's ball. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The kick to Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Number 30, Sam Hauser.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Number 42,
to the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, wow. Dort just going off, making a big show of how athletic he can be.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Caruso. No made baskets yet. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. No good on the shot. Nice D from Horford. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Tatum. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
first personal foul, second team foul.
17 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's SGA. Outside for Dort. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boston trailing. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. he just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Left side, Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Holmgren. Look at Chet using his size inside.
How many young 7-footers have a floater game? I mean, Holmgren is just unreal.
Outside Porzingis. Up top, Tatum. Dort with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And here's Caruso outside. The shot, no good. Celtics trail by 4. To the left side wing. From outside, off the mark. Knocked loose. White with a steal. Back to Holiday. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Second team foul.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Tatum. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Everyone's watching.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Holiday. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Hartenstein, no good. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 2-point game. Pass to Cornette. Back to Holiday. And here's White. That misses. Had a chance to tie it.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Gets the 3 to fall. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time. The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Hartenstein. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one. And the Celtics making a change here. And he sinks the second. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with a good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Caruso outside. Jacks up a 3. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
Assist goes to
Celtics trail by 6. Here's Tatum. And he drives in. The layup misses. Williams with it. Now guarded by Brown. Here's Dort to the inside. The 3. The shot, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Soaring in for the dunk, Derek White. My goodness.
Thunder leading by 4. .32 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Boston shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. The free throws off from Holiday.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Inside, Brown. And the jam by Brown.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
25.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Attention fans down on the court. Is your high squad. Get loud and listen to the hearing. We know you are walling and cheering everyone. We want to hear you get loud.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Dort's shot is good.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Oklahoma City on D. They lead by 1. Tatum shot is good.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Bullseye! Chet hitting for three.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. It's Brown on the wing. And again, Boston with the triple.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. Screen by Holmgren. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's on Drew Holiday. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Tatum with a screen. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Caruso. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Down low. And stolen by Porzingis. White with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Kick out to Brown. Another shot. Porzingis misses. Here are the Thunder with the ball. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Tatum with it. Tatum barreling in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
There is a deceptive quickness with Jason Tatum. When he's attacking the basket, it puts the defense in a compromising position.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that gives him a lead.
Yeah, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the 1 miss.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Caruso outside. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Thunder lead by 2. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Kick out to Brown. White for 3. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. And we've got 1:18 left into the game. The drive. That's to Holmgren. And stolen by Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Yes!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Caruso outside. Back to Holmgren. There's the triple. Oh, he nails it! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within one. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus. So we'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position. And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Isaiah Joe is going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Dort outside. There's the three. And he sinks it. And that one brings him within one. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
But it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Dagnall. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
So hard to get a clean look from distance in this situation because everybody knows that's the shot they need. So the defense is smothering the perimeter with everyone they have.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, number 11.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And now we've got an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that brings him within 2 here.
Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what. These are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, out. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Here we go. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And he powers it down right on Karl Anthony Towns. Wow.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Now here's Towns. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Brunson. And stolen by Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Gobert. Cook it, and it's Randall with the assist. Gobert's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Got a piece of it. Randall on the screen. Fast break, here we go. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
The kind of hustle you get from Brunson, just getting out ahead of the fast break.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
They set the pick. Pass to Edwards. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. The rebound by Bridges.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
They now take the lead.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Pass to Gobert. Down low. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. To stop the run. Offensive rebound. And there's two. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Gobert's got 6.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Yet to see a basket.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
A minute 4 left in the first.
I mean, I'll tell you, Towns is so dangerous on the offensive glass.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And wow, I mean, Gobert had them fooled. The pump fake puts the defender totally off balance.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Well, the paint is where Hart does a lot of damage. He'll finish in there at close range.
Edwards looking for an opening. Here's the floater. Gobert, no good. New York leading by 3. Pass to Bridges. Outside Hart. Towns, right side. From down in the low post, it goes. Towns has got 8.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks, impacting the game in a number of ways. The man is relentless. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Anunoby on the wing. Outside Brunson. To the middle. Double team on Towns. It's Hart on the wing. The 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. He's got 9.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
Now here's Edwards. No points so far. DiVincenzo with it. Hart covering. Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Randall, without the ball, seeing some room where he can make an impact, rolls there, does a nice job on the finish.
Here's Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
And one of the stronger finishers in this game, Anthony Edwards at his best.
Towns for 3. And the Knicks another 3.
does so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Edwards gets the bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Randall on the screen. Edwards, so good inside.
And a slick play called by Edwards, creating space for himself to operate.
Towns outside. Kicks it out to Anunoby. To the wing on the left. And it's Brunson missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Here's Brunson outside. Sinks the tray. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Brunson making the right call. The pick and roll gets him totally set up.
DiVincenzo with it. And it's Brunson picking him up. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
There's a minute 54 left in the first half of this one. Offensive rebound. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Count it. And now a 7-point New York lead.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Pass to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Dante DiVincenzo with a real nice team first play.
When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Grant.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Achua with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And it's Randall with the jam.
And DiVincenzo does a good job of using that quickness to pry that one away.
And here's Bridges. He's got 5. Outside Brunson. 6 to shoot. Back to Bridges. Takes the 3. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Right side, DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. All sorts of time. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. New York out in front, leading by 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Knicks leading by 5. Inside. Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. Takes a 13-footer. Basket's good. Brunson's got 7 points.
That's a tough distance to master, but Brunson making that mid-ranger look good.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round, and that is what I'm talking about.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Left side read. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Outside for Randall. Outside Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
And a big finish by Robinson.
How about Robinson showing off some creativity down there to get the score?
Pass to Reed. This one for 3. Unable to get that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. Here's Achua. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's an 11-point New York lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Reed, good.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
Achua into the lane. Achua with the dunk.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Outside McDaniels. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. An open look for Reed. Hook it. And it's Randall with the assist. Reed's got 7 points in the game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Drills it from deep. And the Knicks lead by 11.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
It'll be a jump ball.
Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. 4-3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Randall, tough guy to guard here as he uses that frame to earn another trip to the free throw line.
It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. You know, Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides. A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
He's off on the first. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Randall inside. Down low. Here's Gobert. Over Towns. Good work defensively by Towns. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Hart from long range. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And the shot goes down. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's strong, and it's athletic, and it's left-handed, so tough for guys to adjust to that. Randall, tough matchup.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And he sinks the second.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Towns on a screen. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Randall's got 14 points for the game.
You wonder if the coaching staff is encouraging these kind of nights and aggressive play from Randall to take over.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so it's New York, closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, stick around. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Minnesota with possession here. 7-point differential. DiVincenzo driving. McDaniels from long range. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. Here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Towns outside. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 5. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Hart pulls it in. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Bridges outside. Right side, Brunson. Shot clock at 6. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Brunson with it. Randall's in his pocket. Back to Towns. Outside Brunson. Launches it. That shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Back to DiVincenzo. Randall on the screen. Tipped away. And stolen by Brunson. Fires from deep. Yes, sir! Brunson for three.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the layup is good.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And it's Brunson missing. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact.
To the middle. Shot's good by Towns.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Inside. Gobert. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Outside Anunoby. Outside Brunson. For three. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Edwards with it. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter here. McDaniels from long range. Counted from distance.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
To the inside. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Three-pointer off the mark. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Right side, Brunson. Out to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Minnesota.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And stolen by Bridges. Open shot from Brunson, and he cans that one. So New York wins it. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a